Hello, yes, lads and lasses. We be back out on the moors with this kindly little card game we got going on. Alright. Yep. I'm curious to get through more archetypes, and also, just a quick thing to say. I think that I've found something lacking in this game, and honestly, it's not something... It may be, like, something they can fix later on, but I've just found, like, the things to work towards, like, things in the shop, or, like, missions even to do, like, some mission rewards, they're just not very rewarding. Like, let's take a look at this here. Let's see. Other than cash, there's, like, these gems for cash, there's a couple of other things that it can reward you with, like, this here. Dartboard as a mate. Yeah. This can take the place of my Dark Magician and basically watch me duel and do things as I duel. And it's like, what? Who would want this for Yu-Gi-Oh? Or how about a football helmet with a football that will also watch you? It's just, why? Roller inline skates. Why do we have things like this instead of, say, more monsters to watch, more varieties of cart? More varieties for, like, the play of parts for the play mats. Like, look at these. They're so limited. I've already bought them all and they were cheap as hell. And then there's this too, like this dual pass where the ultimate reward is to get Pot of Greed, as a mate. It's just, and then of course there's structure decks that I don't like and won't use. Come on, there's got to be more that you can give us. Speaking of, another thing I found out is that any cards you are given that are from a structure deck you get from, like, the solo mode, you are not able to break those down. Like, I'll show you right now. I got the Gladiator Beast deck here. And, like, Gladiator Beast Andal, I cannot dismantle it. Yep, the following cards cannot be dismantled. Cards obtained from structure decks or distributed cards. I think what it means by that is ones I get from solo mode that just come in sets of 3. And yes, I am still unfortunately stuck with just my meager Blue Eyes deck here. But I'm really close with my E-Heroes. It's almost finished. I just need a couple more copies of some cards, and a couple more. Like, my structure deck, my extra deck at the very least is almost finished. I just need some more monster cards here, for the most part. Also, new Banlist is updated, and it makes me very, very sad that Raigeki, once one of the most powerful spell cards in the entire game, went from banned to limited to 1 to now you can put 3 in a deck. A card that used to be the most powerful, the best field wipe card in the entire game is now basically nothing now. Because of all the monsters and cards that can either prevent effect destruction, come back right after effect destruction, or are just better off activating by effect destruction in the graveyard. Or just have better graveyard effects. It's just, it's so sad and annoying to me. Anyway, where was it we left off? The Karakuri? Yeah. Let's give it a shot. Let's see, Runaway Karakuri. It gains a 1000 attack, but its effects are negated. That'll make for a good start. End turn. Not yet. Oh, yes. This should prevent Hypa from going into defense mode. Haha! I was right. Iron Call. Right, that's a graveyard card. Let's see. Nanashik. Let's see. Yep, when it's selected, change the battle position. When it's normal summon, I can draw a number of cards equal to the number of face-up defense position Karakuris I control. I would not draw anything from that. Let's see. Machine. These are all normal, so I can't... I don't think Kuik is what I want. Honestly, Nanashik would do pretty good as, even if he was selected as an attack target, but unless it was Hypa that was attacking him. What do I got in here? Let's see. Super Heavy Samurai, not a great choice. Drill Driver Vespinator, that's pretty good. Gear Gigant X, also good. Karakuri Shogun models, right? Bure Do. Oh, and Bure Bo. I mean, Bure Bu. Alright, so I've got all the Karakuris. And a couple other things. That's it, yes. XYZ summon Gear Gigant X. Use your effect. Let's see, what is it? Destroy by battle and sent to the graveyard. Yeah. Misamu. Aha! Yes. Shirokunishi is a very good one. Its effects are negated and destroyed during the end phase? No, I'll save that. Attack, Gear Gigant! I think my Dark Magician just approved. Ah, you think your Hypa will... What is that? Uh-oh. Ah, Golden Gearbox. Trick House. In the battle position of a face-up Karakuri monster I control is changed. Select a card on the field and destroy it. Right, wait. If I control a machine monster, right. So, he has to come out first. Activate Iron Call to bring back a level 4 from my graveyard. Hypa, return! What? Alright, he's 7. I shouldn't have gone with this one. Right, let's see. What is you? Synchro Summon, you can target a machine monster in my graveyard, add it to my hand, and if I have a spell or trap in my graveyard, I cannot normal special summon it or a monster with its name for the rest of the turn. Can attack while in face-up defense position? Right. Whatever. It'll do for now. Super Heavy Samurai Swordmaster Musashi. Yeah. Gamma Model 4624 Shirokunishi is coming back. What? What was that? Karakuri Clock. When a face-up defense position Karakuri monster is selected as an attack target, destroy all face-up. And that will only work when it's a monster I control. Wonderful. Anatomy. Destroy the ninja. Would you stop with that? Why do you get all the boosting cards and I get shit? This isn't fair. And now it's getting even more unfair. Activating. Oh, who the hell am I kidding? I've already lost. Thanks for the crap draw, game. Let them draw gold while I get tin. Right, I remember you being good. Kunamzan. In your hand, target a Karakuri I control, change its battle position. If I do, special summon this card as a tuner, and cannot special summon from the extra deck except Earth Machines. Right, this should get the strongest one out. Yeah, there we go. Super Shogun Model 00 and Burebu. Let's see, what was it? Synchro Summon, I can special a Karakuri from my deck. Monsters I control in defense position cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, if the battle position of a face-up Karakuri I control is changed, I can target a card they control, banish it. Let's see. Merchant. Normal summoned, no. Normal or special summon, select a monster on the field and change its battle position. See, Nishipachi, that's could be good. Now, let's go with Denishi. And now I can normal summon again. Bude. Special summon a Karakuri from my deck. Target a monster on the field and change its battle position. Here we go. This is the strategy I like to use. Bring out the frog. Change the battle position of himself. Banish that face down card. And golden gearbox again. 500 attack and 1500 defense. But now, I bring out Buredo. Special summon a Karakuri from my deck. If I banish this card and target a Karakuri I control, change its position. No. Let me just check something. Yeah, that's a once per turn. So who do I want? Hypa. Yeah, might as well be Hypa. I got 2 max on his, so I'll might as well get rid of it. No Froggy, not yet. Ah, Karakuri Gamma Oil, that's it. It is time to battle. Go Shoguns! I had a feeling something like that would happen. Ah, draw a card, yes. which is why I saved the Gamma Oil. Return, Super Shogun. He won't be destroyed, but it will hurt. Ah, Inashichi. And Gamma Oil will increase my Super Shogun's attack and defense by 500. I'll also just activate it. Goodbye, dog. Duel's over. I win. Good. Oh yeah, there's not much reward for leveling up my profile either. Shinkuro. Up and up. What's this here? Eliminating the League. Discard a spell, then target a face-up monster your opponent controls. Destroy that target, then look at your opponent's hand and send all cards of that in their hand with the same name as that destroyed monster to the graveyard. It's time for Blue Eyes to have their turn. What will you add? Thanks for that. Set that, and set you. End turn. Nope. Nope. No. Ah, no! Oh, come on! You know what? I'm just gonna surrender after that. That's probably ruined the entire... I've just ruined it completely. Gotta hate it when the no is in the place where you'd expect the yes to be, don't you? Yeah, not giving him any choice this time. Let's see, he is a hand summon. And I know you're a graveyard summon. So I'll end it there. Ah yes, they have to attack. Which is the big weakness of the Karakuris. Go, and let's see. Yeah, it's a graveyard swapper. No need to do anything else then. Just gonna keep hammering away with alternative if he doesn't have anything better. Neither of those are... Why did he do that? No idea why they did that, but duel's over now. Karakuri and Scrap. Oh, and I could get a mate. Shinkuro. I've never played with Scraps. They've always seemed like really self-destructive cards. And it has Infinitrack as well. That's swell. Karakuri cash in. Set Crusher run and cash in. Now then, what do I have here? Infinitrack Goliath. Fortress Megaclops. One of the most difficult cards to get out, at least for me. River Stormer. Mountain Smasher. Earth Slicer. Bure. Buredo. Burebu. Scrap nothing. There's nothing scrap in this deck. Get off the field, please. Right, so. Summon in defense. Yeah. Special summon in defense. Crab Crane. Drag Shovel. Wait, can I'm not able to go back. Well, wonderful. Because I think I just did the wrong move here. Well, whatever. Let's see. Got Crusher Run. I'll banish it for Spin Turn. River Stormer. Attack. This ought to be able to suck up any... If it said to be careful of my opponent's graveyard, this should be the perfect antidote for that, since it can suck up monsters to, as material. So, use this effect. Detach to add an Earth Machine to my hand. Yeah. Yep. Now to attack. Attached now. Go right after its effect. Ah, hell. Well, I guess that's what Crusher Run is for. And Spin Turn, actually. Yep, activate Crusher Run. Ausa the Earth Charmer. Yep, activate Spin Turn. Let's see. Yep. Wait, hold on. What is it? Why am I targeting Monster Reborn? That's not what Spin Turn does. Oh, right. Well, I see. Nope, that is what it does. Whatever, it'll get me back into attack position. That's what I need. Yeah, I won't stop it, but... Oh, really? Come on. Well, that was a waste. How wonderful. Crusher Run. Do your thing. Get rid of that Super Shogun. See, what was this? I can do it? No, that's banished from the graveyard. I have a Karakuri in my graveyard? Oh. Right then. Inashichi. Nope. Cash, or Anatomy. I need monsters, so Cash. Ah, this really isn't good. Racking my brain here. Give me the frog. I'll just match him. Unless I use the toad oil. Let me see this again. Change the battle position of my monster, and if I do, negate the effects of that opponent's monster until the end of this turn. If I control a Karakuri, I can banish it from the graveyard and target a face-up monster on the field. Change its battle position. I know what to do now. Summon in defense. No, not yet. Summon the frog again. I thought that was a battle position change. Well, whatever. It's good that I'm doing this strategy anyway. Nope. My second frog. Well, third, technically. Now then. Face-up Karakuri... The battle position of a face-up Karakuri monster I control is changed. I draw a card. So. One face-up monster on the field, change its battle position. Glad I wasted it then. No. Alright, Anchor Drill again. Yeah. Change Hypa. One I control is changed. Well then, Froggy, your turn. Gonna banish that. So I've wasted a lot of resources, but I will at least take out the field. Take out Hypa. Scrap Chimera, hey? And attack directly. Cannot be used as synchro material except for a scrap monster, and all other materials must be scrap. When normal summon, target a scrap tuner in your graveyard and special summon it. Let's see. Face-up defense position target is targeted for an attack at the end of the battle phase. Destroy it. If this is destroyed by the effect of a scrap card and sent to the graveyard, target a scrap in the graveyard. Add it to your hand. Right, Scrap Dragon. Right, target a card you control and one card your opponent controls, then destroy them. Destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to the graveyard. You know what, Froggy? Before he sets anything to try to take advantage of that, I'm gonna banish that. There we go. And the duel is now over. Very big damage. I got a Shinkuro. I got him, but no. So in times of peace, what became of the Karakuri? Delving yet again into the tome, Karakuri Anatomy, next we'll examine how the Karakuri lived. Since Karakuri Shogun Model 00 Burei had become ruler, many years had passed. Around Karakuri Castle, there was unparalleled prosperity. On the high roads, not only Karakuri, but townsfolk, such as zealous merchants, were common sights. Merchants peddled Karakuri Gamma oil and Karakuri gold dust on the street, wares that were medicine for the Karakuri. These were in high demand, and for the merchants they proved most profitable. The fortress in which the Karakuri live is long unchanged. The gears that keep it functioning work as well as the water wheels by the river. The Karakuri live a peaceful life, but there's one thing alone that they fear. That thing is fire. When a fire starts in town, even if it isn't in an area of great concern, the Karakuri can help each other extinguish it, because the Karakuri lived by lending each other a hand. The Karakuri exist to this day. That much we know from the many books that remain. As this story continues to unravel, new discoveries await around every corner. Traditions of trickery. Aha! The Shiranui are playable now. I've got some experience with them. Spectre slaying flames. In that era of warring states, heroes across the lands were in conflict with each other. As some strive to unify the land, nations formed and perished, and countless battles were waged. No place escaped the flames of battle, and the long-enduring wars wrought havoc not only on the fields, but also in the hearts of the people. And when the world was devastated, a unique type of monster appeared, the Spectres. Wait, I think those are the Mayakashi. The Spectres misled the people, and sometimes manipulated the wise into calling for more war. Yeah, that's the Mayakashi. There was a young samurai who devoted his life to battling the Spectres. The samurai studied not only the various schools of swordsmanship, but also the art of exorcism. Using the Shiranui-style method, a fusion of the various arts, he sparked a war before anyone knew, along with like-minded people. In the name of the samurai who vanquished countless specters had spread like ripples among them. In seeking his death, the specters attacked with a large army. Without losing a step, the Shiranui style confronted the assault. But no matter how strong he was, the samurai was merely a human. In the end, he was overcome, and the specters trapped his spirit inside his beloved katana. Meanwhile, the specters decreased in number and lost much of their power, slinking back to the darkness from whence they came. The specters disappeared, but the time will come when they will accumulate power and reappear. Though now a spirit sealed within his katana, the lore of battle and Shiranui-style techniques were passed on to posterity by his surviving comrades. Soon after the dark war between the young samurai and the specters, the world ceased to be at war. Peace had been restored, and an era when few knew of war was ushered in. The battle between the Shiranui style and the specters continued on. The current generation's successor is known as Shiranui Samurai. In this post-warring state world, the young warrior shows bravery and courage. Along with Shiranui-style synthesis, he united with the spirits of the founder of Shiranui and dove headlong into the battle with the specters. They're a bit of a tricky zombie archetype, but they work pretty well. They do a lot of banishing. Getsu Fuma. We're really gonna wait that long for Gold Sarcophagus, huh? Alright. Banish Spectral Sword. Activate Synthesis. Oh, put it back in the graveyard. Gotta send that to the graveyard. Yep, can Synchro Summon with the graveyard, with the right effects. Using Spirit Master and Spectral Sword. Samurai Saga. And Spirit Master. Target a face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it when banished. Goodbye, Getsu Fuma. Now for the duel. Let's see. Points and free range monsters. During the main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon or set a monster. That kind of just sounds a bit like double summon, but a trap card. Right then. All right, what am I working with? Skill Saga Supremacy, Sword Saga, Samurai Saga, Squire Saga, and Shogun Saga. Oh, and Sun Saga. Let's see. Yeah, let's do a Foolish Burial first, and let's see. Yes, let's see. I forget, can this Spectral Sword Shade do the same thing? Let's see. Right, no, it can't. So, just a regular Spectral Sword, and summon Samurai. Yep, call the mummy. It's a free normal summon for a special summon for zombies. Yep, Swallow Slash sounds good. Face down, and that. And then banish. Just what I was hoping for. Spirit Master. Spirit Master will then activate and get rid of Samurai Saga. Good start, good start. Let's see. In your graveyard, control 2 or more Shiranui with different names. Special summon this card. Well, whatever. It's time to make Samurai Saga. Let's see. Target one of your banished zombie monsters, shuffle it into the deck, and change to defense position all monsters your opponent controls attack less than or equal to that monster's. Do I have... I do not have any monsters, so it's dangerous for that. Attack, damn it! Stop clicking away. Uh-oh. No. Okay, yes. Whew. Squire. She's good. Special summon a Shiranui Spectral Sword from my hand or deck. That's a level 6. She can also become a level 6, but I think I need her to become higher than that. Squire Saga. Yeah. Let's see now. Card is banished. I can draw a card, then discard one card. Yeah. Nope, no chaining. Oh, right, I can banish from the field, too. Yes. Yes. And furthermore, yes. I mean, it won't have any real effect, but sure. Why not? It'll reduce it by 500. I got Getsu Fuma out of the way, and they've got no cards in their hand, and I don't think they have much to work with in the graveyard either. Pretty handily dismantled them, I'd say. Yeah. Shiranui are absolutely useless at defense. One more turn. I like the music like this when it picks up. It's pretty good. Just for fun, I'll make Skill Saga Supremacy. Mm-hmm. Devil Shiranui, eh? I got a lot of fire. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing. Yep, those are the Mayakashis, alright. They're a lot of fun. Though the world of humans had become peaceful, the battle between the Shiranui style and the specters continued. The Shiranui Samurai and the spirit of the founder united into Shiranui's Shogun saga. He slashed a great many specters, but he could not eradicate them. The Shiranui Samurai was highly trained mentally and physically, and possessed great skill, but they couldn't reproduce the grandeur of the founder's battle prowess. To seal off the specters, comrades of the Shiranui style rushed to prepare the final measures. The specters had noticed the sieged upon on the fort that acted as their base. I feel like that could have been worded a bit better. Meanwhile, the Shiranui style were readying the Shiranui style Samsara. By combining Spirit Master and Solitaire, they created a so-called gate, connecting their world and the spirit world. What is to be done with that gate? In the cold atmosphere, the practitioner's chants reverberated. The specters surrounded the fort and gradually focused their siege. At the peak of the practitioner's chants, the ultimate Shiranui-style force appeared through the gate, the founder and apex. It was the form of Shiranui Sun Saga. The specters were terrified. Among the specters, some still remembered being felled by this young samurai. The power of Shiranui Sun Saga was tremendous, as he cut down the remaining specters and successfully sealed them away. And so, the war raged for hundreds of years between the Shiranui style and the specters came to an end. I kind of like this, because there are a few cards that actually connect the Shiranui and the Mayakashi together. So it's nice to hear it like this. Now, for the Yugioh. These goofy little gears. Yeah. Normal summon Yugioh attacker. Free special summon with Yugioh Accelerator. Alright, activate the effect, although I feel like I don't need to. Yeah, it's kind of letting me choose anything, so I'm pretty sure it realizes I don't have to, really. I just have to attack straight away, and that duel is ended. It's just a bit of gratuitous effect activation. Let's see, what do I get as prizes for the rest of these? Oh, look! Yugioh is a mate. I've never used these guys in full force before. I've used Gear Gigant X in a couple of decks of mine, and wow, I've got nothing. Ah, here we are. Yugioh Anchor. And Yugioh Anchor. Change this card to face down defense position. If this card is flipped face up, you can destroy monsters on the field up to the number of other Yugioh I currently control. Never seen this before. 2 or more Yugioh monsters with different names in your graveyard. Special summon them. Immediately after, XYZ summon an XYZ monster using all the summoned monsters but no others as materials. Yeah, the Yugiohs are level 3s. I need a level 4. Let's see. Sent from the field to the graveyard. No. Let's see. 200 attack for each Yugioh I control. Tribute it. Special summon a Yugioh from my deck in defense position. Card is flipped face up. Add a Yugioh monster from deck to the hand. Flip face up. Destroy spell or traps on the field up to the number of Yugioh. Let's see. Normal summon, I can add a level 4 Earth Machine from the deck to the hand, and cannot declare attacks nor special summon monsters except for machines for the rest of the turn. How do these work anyway? Let's see. Tribute this card, then target a level 4 machine in your graveyard. Special summon it, but negate the effects. Normal flip summon, special summon a Yugioh from your hand or graveyard in defense. When it's special summoned by the effect of a Yugioh, you can special summon a Yugioh monster from your hand or graveyard in defense and negate its effects. Only use it once per turn. Cannot special summon monster turn. You activate this effect except Yugioh. Yugioh Arsenal it is then. Alright, what do I have to work with here? Super Quantal Mech Beast Grampulse. Wind Up Zen Mains. Yugioh Gear Gigant XG. Number 27, Dreadnought Dreadnought. Super Quantal Mech Beast Ouroboros. Gear Gigant X. Vespinator. Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora. Nice, I know how to use those abusive effects. Okay. Just to make sure it goes off without a hitch, though. Aha! Sakuretsu armor, just as I suspected. Dreadnought. Attack! End the battle phase, which means I can upgrade it to a new monster, a level 10 or higher specifically. So, let's go with Gustav Max first. God, the censored version looks so stupid. And now I'll use this effect. For free, 2,000 damage. And now, XYZ again for this. So, Juggernaut Lieb. I like that not being censored. I'm surprised that's really all that he has. Yep, there's Yugioh. Activate. It only adds level 4s. Right. Yugioh Accelerator then. Just to get it out of my hand. Now then. You two will become Gear Gigant X. And it attacks on monsters, right? So no point in using its effect. Well, apparently I did something that prevents me from attacking, so whatever. Just send away Gear Geogger. Why not just add a plain Gear Giano? Are you kidding me? Yeah, anchor. Set. Right. Frickin' course, right. If only I hadn't activated whatever card it was that prevented me from attacking that one turn, I would have totally won that. But of course, I'm not that smart. I like to think I am, but apparently I'm just still too damn stupid. Keep making these stupid, and may I add, stupid decisions. I clicked. Don't lie to me, game. I clicked. Doing it again, and doing it right this time. Okay. Time for some investigation. I'm in the battle phase. Why am I not able to attack? Not there. You cannot declare attacks nor special summon monsters except machine type monsters for the rest of this turn. Okay, so Gear Geogger is the problem. Gear Geogger is the card I should not be using ever again because it's stalling me and stopping me from attacking and or doing anything. It is the card that is ruining everything I am trying to do. No more Gear Geogger ever again. Okay, Dreadnought can no longer evolve, but it still keeps the field, keeps a presence on the field. Alright, never mind, maybe it can still. Just hard and hard and hard and harder. Keeps going harder. Iron Draw for a special summon only once more this turn. No. I'm not doing that. You attack that. And you attack that. Now you will evolve. Let's see. Still need to keep the field a little clearer, so Sky Palace Gengaradari sounds like the better option. Now, Gengaradari activate. And destroy. Yugioh Gear. Special summon 2 Yugiohs from your deck and increase their levels by 1. Yugioh Anchor in defense. Right, only when 2 are on the field. Perfectly fine. What the frick ever. It's gonna set you. Mark 2, destroy the Augur. Gengaradai, destroy that. Destroy Mark 3. Fine, whatever. Destroy Yugioh Attacker. Activate Monster Reborn. No, I meant to use Iron Draw, but you know what? Frickin' whatever. My brain's just out of order this entire day, apparently. Just completely fricked up. Just doesn't know what it wants to do, even though I'm trying to tell it what to do. It just doesn't listen. Which is the story of my damn life. Ending it now before I do anything stupid, even more stupid, and just completely lose my advantage this entire time. Just gonna use Gustav Max for a burn win. That's what I'm gonna do. This is why I have deep feelings of self-loathing. I'm really just that stupid sometimes because I'm thinking, but I'm not, but I don't do what I'm thinking. I do something else that I'm not thinking. And I really, 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 really hate that about myself. The large Waru Gyano army, led by Dr. Geark, presented Gear Giano and the others with quite the struggle. Various gear units were wrecked, and even the ever-reliable Gear Gigant X was on the brink of powering down to drop in output. Will the Gears of Justice be defeated before the Gears of Evil? Was the rotation speed of the Gears of Justice inferior to that of the Gears of Evil? It couldn't be that they were out of gas and the pressure was too great. Just as all hope seemed lost, a Gigant carrier trailing smoke rushes to the scene. Gears of Justice, it is now complete. All holler! 3 Gear Giano shout in unison. Gear Gia change! At that moment, the Gigant carrier emits a great noise, separating then merging with Gear Gigant X. Feast your eyes on this, a top-level elite gear unit, the ultimate gear weapon, Gears United, Yugioh Gear Gigant XG. Powered by the 3 Yugioh Yugioh This is a tongue twister archetype in and of itself. Yugioh Gear Gigant XG's power was tremendous, quickly dispatching the hordes of Warugiano. However, Dr. Geark suddenly disappeared without a trace. Dr. Geark will surely strike again, but no matter how many times he returns, Professor Kurosu and the Gear Warriors will surely prevail. Fight, Yugioh! Never give up, Yugioh Gigant XG! New card pack, Shifting Gears. Looks like it includes the gadgets as well. Digital bugs in cyberspace and the steam dinosaurs of the uncharted lands. Let's go for the bugs. I've never used these, but I do use their field card just for the slight power boost in my Metamorphosed Insect Queen deck. Actually, hold on. What is this? Oh, it's a new base for the mate. Digital bugs in cyberspace. Digital style. Hey, look, a line graph. The rapid progress of cyber networks has brought great benefits to humanity. They are now an integral part of our lives. However, that rapid progress and change left several minor bugs in the corners of the network. Initially, they were just meaningless data with little impact. However, the bugs accumulated data progressively, learned over time. And by the time we'd noticed, they'd taken on the appearance of insects. Experts theorize that their primary objectives are proliferation and evolution. Despite their differing qualities, the peculiar thing is that they act as if they were one species with a singular purpose. In our world, we observe a symbiotic relationship between ants and aphids, in which ants drive away ladybugs, the aphid's natural enemy, to obtain nectar from the aphids. However, ants and aphids are different species, whose objectives don't align. Might it be that the bugs were born of a singular datum, and only because their appearances differ are they assumed to be different species? It will take some time to get to the bottom of this. In any case, we cannot overlook the bugs spreading throughout the network. Network administrators have come to refer to these defects, who have achieved rapid growth and evolution, as digital bugs. Henceforth, they've taken action to exterminate these defects. Howling insect. Bug, bug, bug. Alright, so what do you want me to do? You got Centibit and Web Solder. Summoning. Once per turn, you can target a face-up attack position monster you control, change it to defense position, and if you do, special summon a level 3 insect from your hand to defense position. And thus comes out Centibit. Summon Scarabiator. Scaradiator, huh? Let me check the materials though first. Let's see. If it is XYZ summoned, the defense of all face-up monsters your opponent controls becomes 0. Also change them to defense position. This card can attack all defense position monsters your opponent controls once each. XYZ. During either player's turn, you can detach 2 materials, then target a monster your opponent controls. Change its battle position, and if you do, the effects are negated until the end of the turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can attach that monster to this card as a XYZ material. Oh, how nice. Bug Signal. Target an insect XYZ. Special summon from your extra deck an XYZ monster that is 2 ranks higher. Which would be Core Badge. Alright, no other extra effects. I wonder what the point of setting that face down card was. Ugh. Getting chills. Ah, yeah, self-destruct ant. Poor thing. Oh, Max C. Give me some free draws. Electromagnetic Bagworm. Ladybug. See, Bug Matrix. Target an XYZ monster I control. Nope. No effect yet. And only affects insects I control, which is good. Now then, let's see. Cocoon. And if it is an attack position, I can target a level 3 insect in my graveyard, change it to defense position, and summon it in defense. What is Max C? You're at 2. Not worth it. Ladybug. Changed from attack to defense, you can target a level 3 insect in my... add a level 3 insect from my deck to my hand. Looks like I can't really do much of anything with either of these. Just gonna set Cocoon Denser. And end my turn. Nope. Not using Lair Wire yet. Now I am. Goodbye. Oh, for... That reminds me, I need to check what's in my extra deck. Rhinosbus. Giga Brilliant. Oh, wonderful. Wait, Ladybug was doing that? How very wonderful of you. Raigeki, thank you. Screw off. All of you. Now then, what do I have? Giga Brilliant. Number 3, Cicada King. Yep. Scaradiator. Ah. Malevolent Sin. I know that one. Insector Exastag. Insector Exabeetle. Titanic Moth. Get some weird cards in here. Ah, Ravenous Tarantula. And Pain Gainer. God, those cards are cheap. At least I don't have the final evolution. Now then, let's see about that core badge. Also XYZ this card by detaching 2 materials from a rank 3 or 4 insect you control. Oh, that's neat. You attach a material from this card, then target a defense position monster your opponent controls, shuffle into the deck. If a battle position of a monster on the field is changed, you can attach an insect monster from my graveyard to this card. Well, I'll just take it as mine then. It'll be stronger already. Oh, wait, nope. This one. If the piercing battle damage, attach a material from it and destroy the face-up monster your opponent controls with the highest defense. And I'm able to give it material with Bug Matrix, aren't I? Yeah, here we go. Here, have a ladybug. There we go. Now I've got a foothold. I hope. Galaxy Worm? Let's see, make sure. That effect won't be happening because it wasn't XYZ summoned with it. I'll just attach it. There we go. Sentibit. Bachi, bachi, bachi. This gives piercing. Oh, we... no! Attach my ladybug. Oh, puts it back. Oh, but negates it. Well, it's still here, and it's still strong. Alright, my turn. With Cocoon Denser. Let's see. This card attacks the defense position monster. Your opponent's cards cannot and effects cannot be activated until the end of the damage step. Destroys the monster by battle. Draw a card. Let's see, Cicada King. The battle position is changing. You can special summon an insect from the hand or graveyard in defense position. When a monster on the field activates its effect, I can detach the material from this card, then target the monster, negate its effects, and make an insect on the field gain 500 defense or change its battle position. I feel like I'm going to need some negating for a bit, so unfortunately... Yep, definitely better for defense mode. Go and destroy that one. It's not even my rhinoceros beetle. Being kind of smart, but not smart enough. Banish 3 or 6 cards of your choice from your extra deck face down for the rest of this turn. After this card resolves, any damage your opponent takes is halved. Excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of card banished. Add 1 card to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. Nope, don't like that. Uh-oh, they got their own bug matrix too. Let me just make sure I got this effect right. Okay, yeah. Yep, more than enough. That's me some bug matrix. Unlock. The digital bugs are pests that devour the cyber networks. The network administrators concluded and implemented a large-scale removal plan. The removal plan, which mainly involved digital engineers, was successful, and they eradicated the digital bugs. The defects were fixed, and peace was restored. However, that peace was short-lived. The cyber network became more vulnerable than before the offensive was launched. Some digital bugs appear to have survived the attempts at eradication. The engineers who suspected this conducted a thorough scan. Naturally, they found no digital bugs. Meanwhile, waves of interference swelled globally. What could be the cause of these problems? What changed so much before and after the interference? The answer was clear. It was the existence of the digital bug. After some deep deliberation, the engineers decided to release the stored digital bug data back into the network. The decision immediately sheds light on the perplexing obstacle. There was only one explanation. The digital bugs repaired fatal errors and helped stabilize the network. It was almost as if there were a symbiotic relationship between humans and the digital bugs. By providing a place for bees to live, humans can get their honey. Similarly, by providing a cyber network for digital bugs, the defects are extinguished. Since then, those that cause noticeable disturbances are removed, but thorough removal is avoided. Humans have decided to coexist with the digital bugs. Kind of cute way to put it. Insect metamorphosis, eh? That could cover anything. Right, time for some Dino Mist. These are the cards I've never played with before. Kind of wanted to, but then they seemed like kind of dickish cards, so... A great river rushing with pristine water, a forest inhabited with a bounty of creatures, a volcano brimming with boiling lava. Those are unexplored lands full of the wonders of nature. Therein, creatures with their own unique ecology live, mechanical dinosaurs. Known as dino mists, their novelty lies in the steam engines that power their hulking forms. The key to their survival is that great wilderness. In that great wilderness is that their bodies are suited to the harsh environment. This time, let's take a closer look at the shrouded ecology of the dino mists. Drifting with the gentle flow of the river is the long-necked dino mist Plesios. It derives its energy from water absorbed through a pipe in its tail. Not only is stabilizing energy produced by its hover units supporting the beast's own weight, the balance between the water imbibed and the steam released prevents flooding of the river. As a result, land-dwelling companions are protected from potential flood damage. Flying freely through the great skies is the winged Dino Mist Terran. Turbines on both wings collect moisture in the air and generate energy for high-speed flight. The water vapor released is cooled by the atmosphere, turning into rain clouds and hydrating the earth. Among the known dynamists, those in the waters and skies are a rarity. Next, let's take a look at the many dynamists that dwell on land. Feeling like David Attenborough right now. Ugh, I'm already so sick and tired of all these playmats that are the same. Call it the Steam Dragon March? Really? It's a clearly dinosaurs game, come on. Activate Plesios and Stegosaur. Pendulum summon Spinos and Rex. So that's what it looks like. Activate Spinos, eh? Tribute one other Dynamist monster. Alright then. I fail to see what the point of setting a face down card is for the opponent when they're not gonna have me use any effects that remove it. Jet Synchron, that's banned. Let's see, Dynamic Power Load. Dynamists gain 300 attack and defense. If a Dynamist monster I control battles, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects till the end of the damage step. Yeah, it just keeps boosting it up. Let's see. Face-up monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each Dynamist you control. Let's see. Dynamist Charge. When it's activated, add a Dynamist from my deck to my hand. I suppose Stego, since I know it will work for XYZ Summon. Let's see. If a Dynamist card is added from the field to your extra deck face-up, add one of those cards to your hand. So let's see, let's put Stegosaur and Plesios in the scales. Let's see, Brachion. If you don't control Brachion in your monster zone, your opponent controls a monster that is the highest attack on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Alright then, out you go. Right, Spinos was the tribute effect. What's in the extra deck? Let's see. Heavy Metal Foes Electrum. Crystron Halqifibrax. Mecha Phantom Beast. Boral Sword Dragon. Dreadnought Dreadnought. Magister Paladin. Got a lot of banned cards in here. Super Dreadnought. Juggernaut. Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. Sky Thunder. Yeah, that's a real cheap one lately. Tatsunoko, Ignister Prominence, Dinoster Power, the Mighty Draco Slayer. I forgot that Draco Slayer was technically, was somehow tied into, or True Draco was somehow tied into a couple other archetypes. Let's see, Jet Synchron. No, I don't want to use you. Brachion will destroy Plesios. Oh, looks like theirs is the same thing. Ooh. Right, so basically no battle phase effects when attacking. If another pendulum monster you control battles an opponent's monster after damage calculation, you can destroy those monsters. Prevents destruction. Right, that's not what Dino Mischarge covers. Put you there. And then Pendulum Summon. Spinos, take out the Plesiosaur. You're really gonna be like that? Fine then. Brachion, you attack. Spinos, yes. Uh-oh. Supposed to summon a Dino Mist from the deck. Trap Trick. Banish a normal trap from my deck and accept Trap Trick and set a card with the same name from my deck. Also, it can be activated this turn. Well, alright then. Heavy damage, but not enough. Whew. I am feeling chilled in here. Uh-oh. You know what? Let's do it. What are my trap options? Seriously, only Dino Mist Rush? Spinos. Destroy it during the end phase. Here we go. Summon my Plesios. How do you like the attack point reduction? Are you frickin'... This is why I hate these things. That's a useless card. Let's see. I would make a level 6, so what would that get me? Nothing. Screw it. Whew, lucky. Dynamist Howling. From my deck in my Pendulum Zone, but cannot Pendulum Summon monsters until the end of the next turn. Except for Dynamist. Here we go with another. Yeah, I need a 3. Pendulum Summon Spinos, please. Please let this end it. Best summon a face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck or a Pendulum monster from your graveyard. Aren't you great? Of course. I'm doing it anyway. Ceratops. What do you do? Right, just destruction prevention again. Oh, for crying out loud. It's getting ridiculous. Oh no, wrong effect, whatever. Ceratops back to my hand. Oh. Nice, both effects activated. Let's see, Rex. I know what to do. Select one to summon from the extra deck. Oh, be easier. Please Yos, and then my hand. Please Yos, and attack. Spinos, and T-Rex. Please let it end. Good. Got the Plesios. Opening up.
This time we direct our gaze to the land. Here, a great many dino mists can be observed, raising a great dust as they trample the earth are Dinomist Ceratops and Dinomist Stegosaur. Hardly a competition, theirs is closer to a patrol that protects the territory. Ceratops uses sharp protrusions on their bodies to crush the boulders spewed by volcanic eruptions, making the land more suitable for their companions. Stegosaur's backs are lined with fins in the shape of swords that monitor the surrounding climate. Fluctuations in temperature and wind velocity that pose potential danger to the land are sensed by those fins. In the unknown lands where the Dinomists live, there is one particularly perilous place, namely the Volcano Belt. Herein, colossal creatures glare at each other, vying to be the boss of all Dinomists. Those are the Dinomist Spinos and Dinomist Rex. Both convert the steam engine's energy into electricity, and their power surpasses that of other Dinomists. The two are rivals, but when a foreign enemy invades, they band together to protect their territory. That is their role as bosses. And so, the Dinomists perform their symbiotic roles as they coexist in these unexplored lands.
I have to wonder if they come up with these on the fly, or if they had them ever since they originally designed these cards. Here we go. The Clifforts. I've tried to dabble with these, but they're kind of difficult. Ah yes, we're getting into Zephyra now. The colossal mechanical conch. On this planet, there grew a great tree they all called the Naturia Sacred Tree. Life is born from this magnificent tree, and in death, all return to it. This cycle of life, which could be called reincarnation, has been carried out on this planet for eternity. There came a time, however, when a war was waged over the Naturia Sacred Tree, this sacred source of life. However, the Shadal forces relentlessly attacked the sacred tree, as if on a mission. In the face of this threat, the protectors of the sacred tree rose and fought back against the Shadals. Why do you have Exciton Knight there? That's not part of an archetype. The battle reached a fever pitch, with the fates of the entire world riding on it. The A forces created a protective barrier for the sacred tree, and cooperating with the forces that were already in battle, they seemed to succeed in pushing back the Shadal threat. However, disaster struck when somehow, someone managed to destroy the barrier. El Shadal Winda had pushed her way through to the sacred tree. With her divine powers, she broke the seal of the sacred tree, and the great tree, it tore itself from the earth and began to rise up toward the sky. Hidden within its roots underneath was an enormous life system. This system was the very crux of the planet's life cycle. As if returning to the system, the cores it had once lost began to float toward it, and were then sucked inside. Using the recovered cores as their source of power, the Clifforts, weapons hidden within the system, began to activate. As each Cliffort sprang to life, they flew out into the distance, all across the land. Only time would tell what the Clifforts were after. Not even going to touch how that's technically Zephyra. Not going to bring Zephyrath into this. Ooh, now this looks cool. Too bad I probably can't buy it. Yeah, pendulum summoning, but at the same time they could just normal summon as well. But that lowers their power and their levels. Here's Apocryph Fort Towers. Scout and Monolith as the pendulums. Pendulum summon Disc, Shell, and Stealth. Apocryph Fort Towers. It doesn't even animate at all because it's meant to just be in place. Alright. If this card is normal summoned or set as unaffected by spell, trap, and activated effects from any monsters whose original level or rank is lower than this card's current level. Special summon monsters lose 500 attack and defense. You can make your opponent send one monster from their hand or side of the field to the graveyard. Their choice. Is this supposed to be like the spellbook library? Or like the prophecy area? Maybe it'll tell me. Let's see. Get Cliffort and get Frontline Observer. Whoa, get Monolith as a mate. Climate change. Add up to 3 face-up Klee Pendulum monsters from your extra deck to your hand. Okay. What do I got to work with here? Heavy Metal Foes Electromite, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, Barricade Board Blocker, Clyfort Genius, IP Masquerina, Crystron Halcor Fiberax, Mecha Phantom Beast, Aurora Dawn, Nightmare Unicorn, Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, that's excellent. Access Code Talker, that's broken. Mech Knight Crusadia, Crusadia Avramax, I haven't used that ever. And Boral Sword Dragon. You know what, I'm gonna take a... I'll take out the spells and traps. What was that? Ah, Wavering Eyes. And then I'll set this. Activate Summoner's Art. Add Clyfort Scout. Put you two in the pendulum. And you have an effect. Pay 800 life points to add a Cly card from my deck to my hand. Disc. Let's see. No, I need something higher in level. Cephalopod. Let's see. Normal summon effect. It is unaffected by activated effects of any monster whose original level rank is lower than this card. When it's tribute summoned by summoning a Cleave monster, if your opponent has more monsters in their graveyard than you do, you gain life points equal to the difference. And if you do, inflict the same amount of damage to your opponents. No, how about Shell? You get a second attack during each battle phase, and inflict piercing damage. Right. Well, Laser Clip. Let's see. Nah, Laser Clip would be better. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been. Crap. Ah, there we go. That's what I want. Summon. Yep. Summon Carrier by its own effect. And equip it with Sacrifice. Here we go. All monsters your opponent's controls lose 300 attack. Alright. Requiliate. Requilate. Monster is normal or flip summoned, and it is a level 4 or lower. Negate its effects until the end of this turn. If monster is special summoned and it's level 5 or higher, negate its effects until the end of the turn and banish it when it leaves the field. If there's no clip monster on the field, except Relicliate, send this card to the graveyard. Fine with me. Now then. A little shaky, but what I want is Shell. Summon. Normal summon without tributing. No. Yes. Let's see. Carrier. Card is tributed. Target one monster on the field. Return it to the hand. Nope. Don't use that. See, if this card's sent to from the field to the graveyard, I can add a click monster from my deck to my hand. Yes. Nope. Climate change. Nope, there's only the one, so I don't need him. I might as well grab Apocalypse Towers while I have it. Now then. A double attack. Yeah, my Dark Magician looks really at home in this area. Let's see. During the end phase, if you tribute summon this turn, you can draw a number of cards equal to the number of clip monsters you tributed for tribute summons this turn. You know what? Sure. Pendulum Summon Carrier. And my other carrier. Now I can summon Apocalypse Towers. Let's see. If this card is tributed, target one monster on the field, return it to the hand. Right, no. And now I'll activate Climate Change. I'll use its effect. Yep, that's the other Apocalypse Skybase. Anyway, this duel should be over. Yep. These were pretty scary when they first came out, in all honesty. When the Naturia's sacred tree was uprooted, the Clifforts were activated. These machines were a group of autonomous mobile weapons created to maintain equilibrium within the life system of the planet. When the Clifforts sense an abnormality in the life system, they will mobilize to eliminate whatever it is. This time what they sensed was the Shadal as a threat to be removed. The Shadal forces were battered relentlessly and brought to the brink of destruction by the Clifforts. However,
things took a sudden turn for the worse when they attempted to restrain and absorb El Shadal Winda. The divine powers within her ended up freeing the vanguards of destruction that were slumbering within the cliff forts, sealed until this moment. Ah, the Infernoids. Those are a lot of fun and really powerful. Contact with El Shadal Winda also affected the cliff forts. Her power, a force equal to that of God itself, was never meant to exist. Once the cliff forts sensed that, they realized that there was a fatal error in the life system. They decided to eradicate all life on the planet in order to purify it, essentially resetting it. Will life prevail, or is the world destined for ruination? This is but just one part of the stars' unending battle. You'll surely come to know the fate of this planet in another story. Life force control systems. So that's what they're meant to be. Let me see. I just want to unlock some doors here. There we go. That's all of them. Now then, for the Legend of the Star Heroes. Whoa, hold on, it's got 2 of them? Nice. Oh, wow. There's so much to this. This is so cool. Now it gets really interesting. Welcome to what is basically a whole bunch of RPG archetypes. Chosen by the world legacy. The rulers of this star were not human. That world was ruled by 7 mechanical lifeforms known as the Mech Knights. And across the land spread their vanguard, the Crawlers. These Crawlers tend to swarm and destroy all human-made structures in their path. They most likely lack any emotions. Helpless before those ruthless machines, mankind had no choice but to live in hiding. Dense with thick trees, gloomy even in the daytime, a hinterland known as the Forest of the Stars. Therein lays a hidden village where humans lived inconspicuously. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have taken a look to the right. Yeah, it's something of a multiverse, but it's like, and there's many multiverses, like the biggest one being the dual terminal worlds. Sorry for missing you. It's hard to look right, really. And because it's so far off on the side of the screen. Maybe if I move it just a little more. Maybe it'll help. I'm not entirely sure. But yes, welcome to essentially welcome to me punishing myself. The village was protected by a barrier that would prevent intruders from invading or even discovering it. The ritual wand, passed down through many generations, made the berry extremely resistant, and it had never been broken, not once. But even so, the villagers were suffocated by their anxieties day after day, not knowing when the great threat would come knocking at their doorstep. From within the suffocating unease of the village, there were still those determined to fend off the Crawlers. Aram and Ningirsu. There was a reason they fought so desperately. It was the village priestess and the younger sister of Ningirsu, Ib. From birth, the priestesses possess a divine power that synergizes with their ritual wand to create barriers. Its power was the strongest the village had ever seen in its history, but it was meager compared to the frightening forces that grew stronger by the day. Her companions saw how hard she was trying to put on a brave face for the villagers, and wished they could lighten her burden, even by a little. Aram and Ningirsu, along with the baby dragon Imduk, crossed the barrier in hopes of slaying even just one Crawler. One day Ib heard from inside the forest a faint sound like that of a human voice. Aram and Ningirsu could not hear it. However, Ib proclaimed that she keeps hearing the voice. Afraid Ib would venture into the forest alone, Aram, Ningirsu, and the baby dragon Imduk set foot inside the hinterland. Yeah, it was like that. And quite frankly, that's still really the best of Yugioh. But this is kind of interesting in what they're trying to do, really. Especially with what they're trying to do with the Fallen of Albaz. Like, that's a pretty huge multiverse they're trying to build in and of itself. The sun had already set, leaving only starlight to guide them. The scent of trees and soil hung in the cold air. Though her footing was unsure, Ib ventured into the forest as if she was being guided. Careful not to lose sight of her, the three looked out for crawlers as they followed her. Suddenly, with an abrupt shriek, Ib vanished before their eyes. Rushing to the place where they'd lost sight of her, they saw Ib had fallen off a low cliff. It appeared Ib had been so spellbound in the direction of the voice that she hadn't noticed there was no ground before her. Ah, typical clumsy girl. Yeah, the card game just keeps getting worse and worse in its complexity depending on what you want to play. The three descended the cliff and were relieved to find Ib uninjured. Before their eyes, a mysterious structure appeared. If it had been there before, they would have noticed it, but as if the structure had been there for hundreds of years, it was ensconced in trees and entwined in ivy. They nervously approached the building. The wand Ib held in her hand glowed, and the building started to rumble as if in response. A mighty light radiated from the building, blowing aside the trees and cloaking everything in blinding light. Even with their eyelids closed, the light pierced mercilessly through. When they finally opened their eyes, a fairy fluttered in the air before them. The fairy spoke to the startled party. "I am Lee, the World Chalice Fairy, a spirit that had been sealed inside the building that released the bright light known as the World Legacy, World Chalice. In previous times, it was her duty to guide mankind, but was obstructed by the Mech Knight. For many years, she had been waiting for a world hero capable of activating the World Chalice. And that they are those world heroes. Please, lend me your strength and gather the scattered starlight and save the world from the great darkness." Why is there a double space there? What is this doing there? Though bewildered by Lee's story, Aram and the group were moved by her earnestness and decided to lend a hand. No, not that kind of fairy. Hearing their resolve, the fairy Lee smiled and bestowed upon them the powers of the awakened world chalices. Now to learn how they work, which is honestly quite difficult. Like, I tried to make a World Legacy deck once, and it was just, these cards are way too interconnected with each other. And a bunch of other, like, cards that mention World Legacy. It's quite frankly insane. You can bring out a slew of powerful Link monsters by starting with summoning normal monsters and leading them to further Link summons. When World Chalice Link monsters are sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon a World Chalice monster from the hand, allow you to perform even more Link summons and recover quickly from your opponent's attacks. There we go. They got the main party in my hand. Link summon Aram the World Chalice Blade Master and win on this turn. Chosen by the World Chalice. Link summon Imduk the World Chalice Dragon.
Another World Chalice using Imduk's effect. Summon Crowned by the World Chalice. Normal summon a World Chalice monster in addition to your normal summon or set. Okay. Use Aurum, so use both of them. Send Indic to the graveyard, so use its effect to special summon a World Chalice monster from my hand. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon a World Chalice monster from my hand. Yes. Summon Beckoned. I don't think I'm really ready to use these as an actual deck, so I think I'll be going through these just with my blue eyes. Show them that the Crawlers and Mech Knights are no match for the OG Dragon. Set you and summon you. Although if they are using crawler... Oh, God, they are using crawlers. I hate these things. They're all about flip effects, and they're insane in how they keep going and going and going about them. And about each time they come around or get flipped, they destroy something of mine. Or summon. Special summoning blue eyes from my hand, you say? You go away. Summon Blue Eyes Abyss. It's a snowball playstyle, but it's entirely reactive. You, attack. Actually, let me take another look at that. This face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect. Special summon 2 crawler monsters with different names for your deck. Face down. I think I might have a way to stop that. Make Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon will let me stop their graveyard of any effects of theirs that activate in the graveyard. What the? Burst Rebirth. 2,000 life points to target a monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in face down defense position. You gotta be careful. Here it goes. Target one monster on the field, destroy it. Not happening. Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Protect the Blue Eyes from everything. I have so many life points. Bingo machine. Bingo! And what exactly do I want? True Light would probably be helpful, but for that I'd also need a regular Blue Eyes, and might as well go with alternative. Alright, gave me a plain Blue Eyes. Although, I do have my Deep Eyes. Nah, not now. Just in case. And boom. That's the thing. They still have to flip, which puts them face up, and that will leave a big opening for my high attack monsters. Aztecapede? Oh, wait, no. By banishing, that causes an effect, doesn't it? What did he remove? Let's see. Nope, never mind. Get off the screen. Thank you. Keeps leaving himself wide open like this. Hey, bingo again. Bingo. Alternative. True light. And alternative. Haha. Reveal a blue eyes in my hand and summon alternative. What can I activate? Ah, yes, right. Abyss Dragon. 1100, 2100, no. No. Keep it like this. Attack. And attack. Gah! That's one of the crawlers that destroys my spell cards. Damn it. Nope. If I had a way to pierce them, I wish I could. Oh, there's my third copy. Pretty sure that one doesn't hurt. Yep, just added it back to the deck. Target 2 crawler monsters in your graveyard, add it to the hand. Ranveer and Dendronite. I'm so tense. Poly. Is it even worth it to get it out? Let's see. Right, it just can't be destroyed by battle. It can still be targeted and destroyed by effects. Not worth it. Again with the my spell and traps. Are you kidding me? And Howling Insect. Oh, didn't use it. Alright, only one face down. Blue Eyes solid. Should let me get through this. Send a monster from your deck to the graveyard. I win. Oh! Gate monster counter gate. A very annoying stalling. Another send monster from deck to the graveyard. Oh, thank goodness. And I somehow went entirely untouched. Wow, that's more materials. What's their reward for these? That's a back card back. Not worth it. Just a moment, be right back. There, should have a clearer head. To continue with this riveting story. Oh, my wristband. To protect humankind, accepting Lee's earnest wishes, Aram and the group promised to help her. Accompanied by Lee, the group set off to return to the village, but they encountered several crawlers who blocked their way. Aram, Ningirsu, and Imduk stood before the crawlers, with their new strength coursing through their bodies. As they stood between the monsters and what they set out to protect, tension hung heavy in the air. A cold sweat dripped from Aram's chin and dampened the forest's soil. As the great tension crescendoed, the party suddenly seized upon their foes, lunging towards the exoskeletons of the crawlers. Aram's sword cleaved the enemies with ease. Ningirsu's, again, the spacing issues. Look at that. Lance pierced nimbly, and Imduk's claws teared ferociously at their metal hides. The battle was over almost as quickly as it had started. The power of the world chalice that Lee had granted them was much greater than expected. They couldn't conceal their surprise at the world chalice's great power that now dwelled in their bodies. According to Lee, there are 6 more world legacies in the world, with equal power to the world chalice. I always wondered about these cards, considering what they looked like and where they were most of the time. If they were to be recovered, it would be possible not only to destroy the crawlers, but to destroy the mech knights who ruled the world. Oh, right. Damn it. Never remember anything. This information provided a great ray of hope for the village people who've lived so long in the gloomy forest. Following Lee's words and the guidance of the world chalice, the young folks of the Forest of the Stars set out on a journey to seek the next world legacy. What's in here? Yep, X-Crawler Synapthys. Synapthesis.
And so began the journey of Aram and the party in search of the world legacy. Although the party was on a mission to save the world, as their first time in the outside world, everything they saw and heard felt fresh and vivid. No matter how many crawlers would appear, Aram and his friends would fight them off, and they did so for several days. How long must they have walked, with Lee as their guide and the world Chalice as their beacon? A humid wind caressed their cheeks. Before the party lay a vast swamp. A great artifact was submerged in the muddy expanse, the giant armor lying in the bog. Was one of the express purposes of this trip, the world legacy known as the World Armor. However, they found more than just the world armor there. Not only on the surface of the armor, but also on the inside, dark figures squirmed. Like ants on the corpse of a dead insect, crawlers swarmed on the dead armor. Their number was countless. From a red monocular and emanated a bizarre light that filled the party's field of vision. The horrific sound of the crawlers' metal hides scraping against each other united into a thunderous cacophony, as if the earth were shaking. Standing before the three were superior specimens, possessing power far greater than the crawlers that had crossed their paths previously. Witnessing an overwhelming sight, the party decided it was reckless to try to break through from the front. On Lee's suggestion, the three friends dared not engage, and instead headed for the world armor. More crawlers do I have, huh? And this, well, extra deck looks like they got the X crawlers as well. It would be better if I used that, so. Hold down the fort if you can, maiden. I has an idea. Yep. Yep. X-Crawler Quilliarch. Alright, let me get this straight. Crawler monsters gain 300 attack and defense. Special summon one level 2 or lower insect from your hand, face up or face down. Flip monster is destroyed by battle with an opponent's card. You can send that opponent's monster to the graveyard. That's what I gotta get rid of. Let's see. If this face-up card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's effect while its owner controls it, target 2 crawlers with different names in your graveyard. Special summon them face down. Apply this effect based on the number of crawlers you control. Another 300 attack and defense. Opponent's cards that effect cannot be activated during the battle phase. Monsters can attack directly. Okay, so. Send the Ancients, Stone of the Ancients of the Graveyard, summon Dragon Spirit of White. And it will banish a spell or trap he controls, which will be World Legacy in Shadows. All right, that was Sage's summoning. Let's see. Summon 2 of them face down. Let's see. Target a spell or trap on the field. Special summon a crawler from your hand. I'll go with the damage. Don't want it getting too powerful. Yes. Special summon. I've got nothing for solid to target. So I guess Abyss. Uh-oh, here we go again.
I know what 2 of them are, but I don't know the 3rd. Ah, come on, it's not even letting me look at them, even though I'm supposed to know what they are. Oh, that back on the field, eh? Well, not happening. That's not staying. Eyes of Blue was a hand summon. Oh, they're solid. I'll just set that. Worst comes to worst. What? The Reliable Guardian. Ah, ups the defense by 700. I need so much more power. This is making me wish I still had my ritual monsters in here. My ritual blue eyes. Yeah, I think it's time I got a real blue eyes out there so I can at least start taking advantage of Abyss Dragon. Yeah! Blue Eyes White Dragon! Damn it, which one was Dreadnought? Can't remember. Again with that? Burst, Rebirth? Couldn't see. Yes, add alternative to my hand. Send a monster. Okay, Dendrite was a monster from the deck to the graveyard. Two crawlers, add them to the hand. Yes. Activate. And summon. Just another blue eyes. That would be very nice to use, but no. Just add Dragon Spirit back to my hand. Yeah, might as well. Alright, time to hurt him. Lair Wire. This is gonna give him some real pain. Deep Eyes White Dragon. Some free damage, effect damage, and now gains the power of Blue Eyes. Yep, And if it's destroyed by card effect, I destroy all monsters it controls. Deep Eyes basically being a secret bomb for me. Cross Sword Beetle, really? Another alternative, please. This should be the end of it, hopefully. That's it, Deep Eyes, end it! Whew. Now what's it take to open this? What's this practicing about? Oh, now it teaches me how to use crawlers. It would have been a tactical nuke if they had blown it up. Yep. Activate World Legacy and Shadows. Activate the effect to summon Crawler Spine. Summon Crawler Dendrite. Link summon Qualiarch. Honestly, though, the summoning of Deep Eyes White Dragon in the last Yu-Gi-Oh movie was quite a thing to see. It basically looked like it was traveling across the entire galaxy to reach Kaiba's field. Summon Dendrite. This isn't even how crawlers work. This isn't so much. This is not practicing with them at all. With the world armor in front of them, Aram's party became blocked by a swarm of crawlers. No matter how many monsters they defeated, a new swarm appeared, trampling the debris of the fallen. Now divided, the party struggled. The seemingly endless battles had whittled the party's strength down to almost nothing. They were unable to advance, but retreating wasn't an option either. They had no choice but to fight until their strength was gone. Just then, as Aram and the party were about to collapse, Lee called out to them, "By defeating the superior X-Crawler, you should be able to halt the movements of the other crawlers." In the midst of the battle, Lee had discovered that the X-Crawler was the commander of the crawlers. Trusting Lee's insight, the party pierced through the siege and closed in on the X-Crawler. The X-Crawler resisted fiercely, but they channeled the last of their strength to defeat it. Just as the commander collapsed, the swarm of crawlers surrounding the party suddenly stopped moving. Greatly wounded, Aram and the party finally arrived under the world armor, but there were more than just crawlers there. 7 colors of light suddenly shone down from the heavens. There appeared the 7 knights. The figures before them were metallic and emitted a radiant glow that enveloped their bodies in a lustrous light. The Mech Knights, who ruled over mankind and all of the world, had now descended to this very place. Aram and his friends found it difficult to describe the figures with mortal words, and could only stand frozen in their otherworldly presence. Then suddenly, the Mech Knights reached their hands out silently. A mysterious energy sprung forth from their hands and began to shroud Ib. Ib was exhausted. No, completely spent. The magical barrier provided by Ib had no resistance to the force field. The rest of the party desperately struggled to rescue Ib. However, with the same light from which they appeared, Ib and the 7 knights vanished without a trace. Lee cautioned of the danger of if Ib's wand were stolen, and the other world legacies fell into the wrong hands. Aram and his comrades set out to rescue Ib and recover the next world legacy. Cosmic mechanical entities. So, next story bit. Gift of the Martyr. Hey, still big. Let's see. World Legacy Ruins. That's pretty cool. God, when I clear it, they just give me the same options. Oh, hey! Little Imduk, the World Chalice Guard Dragon is a mate. Him and his little ball. Ugh, the nightmares. Gift of the Martyr, also a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Ib was held captive. The stolen ritual wand was sealed inside the core of a Mech Knight Blue Sky, its power source. She had been captured forcibly, but up to this point, the Mech Knights hadn't laid a hand on her. Ib was deep in thought. The Great Darkness is using the Crawlers to threaten humankind. What if humankind's perception of the Mech Knights had been wrong all along? Meanwhile, Aram and the party arrived at the base of the Mech Knights after their long quest to rescue Ib. Ruins of a forgotten civilization lay before them. The husks of decayed buildings, long buried by crustal movements, barely broke the ancient Earth's surface. Among them, artificial forms lay untouched in pristine condition. There, the activated World Legacy shield shone brightly, and the World Legacy known as the World Lance rose sharply out of the earth. Even with the power of the World Chalice, it was a fool's errand to challenge the Mech Knights. Following Lee's words, Aram and the group decided on a sneak attack on the World Shield. Before the party, a knight appeared, then another. Previously, they wouldn't have stood a chance, but now it was different. They had to rescue Ib. Their determination made them fight with blood-curdling ferocity. Sensing danger, the Mech Knights transformed into a united form, the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme. Yep, a conglomeration of them all. Alright, what am I fighting? Mech Knights, yeah, I know how those work. They're all high-level monsters that require column summoning. Which means I gotta be very careful about where I place my cards. This is a very bad start. Let's see. I might just have to take an early hit. Let it go. Let's see. Mech Knights gain 300. Once per turn, you can discard a Mech Knight monster or a World Legacy card, draw a card. Banish 8 Mech Knights with different names from your graveyard or from your field. Send your opponent's entire hand and extra deck to the graveyard. Damn, that was too fast for me to react. Ow! I knew that was going to happen, but I'm pretty sure none of the regular Mech Knights ever top out over 3,000, even with their boost from the field card. Well, to protect myself from damage, I'm going to have to set you. Aha! There we go. Now I can start something of a counterattack. Activate. Summon Dragon Spirit of Light. And banish that. No. Let's see, what was it? Ban it. So you banish a Mech Knight monster from the graveyard, then target a face-up monster in this card's column. Destroy it. Good, 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 good. I'll just keep it out at the moment. And attack! I know there's no applicable card. So I get Blue Eyes Spirit out. There we go. World Legacy Key. Target one of your banished Mech Knight monsters or World Legacy cards, add it to your hand. Negate any opponent's trap effect that activates in the same column as a Mech Knight monster you control. Right? Time to swap it out. For Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. World Legacy Secret? What is he doing? Oh, wait, Spectrum Supreme already? Damn it! Well, I can't use that, and I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it. Nope, I've lost. They start off so slow, but that's a damn explosion that just happened. Space Typhoon. Good. No. Ugh. I have to have a Blue Eyes in my hand for the at first. Screw it. Minor damage going out. Ugh. Let's see. Still nothing. Well, I could take one of theirs. Let's see. But no, I can't even beat the World Lance. Target a Mech Knight you control, move it to another one of your main monster zones. Nope, nope, nope. One last try, or before I just conclude that I just don't have the cards or the right Blue Eyes deck for this. This is highly likely, considering this is really kind of ratchet, really. Start with that. Ah, that is so annoying. Uh-huh. That's still targeting, though, so... Guess what? Blue Eyes, coming at you. True Light. Yes, I'll add a spell trap that specifically lists Blue Eyes to my hand. Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Set it there. Here's Abyss Eyes, or Blue Eyes Abyss. What was that? Use the effect. Just add the last unique Blue Eyes card, which is Strength and Unity. During the standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can pay 1,000 life points, special summon this card, then your opponent can special summon one monster from their hand or graveyard. I'll gladly do that. Now then. Give that to Abyss for a good reason. I'll take 500 damage, but it will auto-destroy. What? World Legacy cards in this card's column a card effect and cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. I thought that wouldn't have counted you, but fine. 500 points to me then for being a dumb. Screw you too. Alright, Abyss Dragon, kindly add a regular Blue Eyes to my hand. What the? Harpy's Feather Duster. Okay, asshat. That's a card I'm supposed to use, not you. Alright, let me check this again. It's a banish from the graveyard. It doesn't exactly say when, so hopefully it's enough of a quick effect. Almost special summoned. No, okay. Oh. Alright. I think Abyss can come back. I still could use a little field gathering. And that's the last poly in my deck, so it'll at least be a little thinner now. Well, there goes that. Let's see. Let's see. You know what? I will. Polymerization. To create Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon out of alternative and white. Anything Twin Burst doesn't destroy gets banished. What? Oh, come the fuck on! This is getting stupid! How am I supposed to get through that damn thing then? Blue Eyes White Dragon to my hand. Can't be destroyed by anything, apparently, unless it's super powerful, and I don't have my ultimate dragons out. Right, that was the Abyss from my graveyard. World Legacy Secrets. Target a level 5 or higher in your graveyard. Special summon it. When this card leaves the field, destroy the monster. Negate any opponent's monster effect that activates in the same column as a Mech Knight monster you control. So in other words, Abyss Dragon just lost out on its effect activation. No, no, no. Not letting that happen. Twin Burst, protect. White Stone of Ancients use. Summon solid. Yes, that is Solid Dragon face up. And stop its effect. Assuming he can't use that face down card, I might actually have this duel won. Face up attack. And now, activate Abyss. Boost all my level 8 and higher monsters by 1,000. Oh, that's tiring. God, none of my decks are good enough for this. Open up. Now practice with Mech Knights. Aram and friends battled the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, the culmination of the Mech Knight's power with all their might. As the tide turned in the battle, Ningirsu gathered his strength and put his all into one decisive strike of his spear. However, his attack was parried by the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, opening a large hole in the wall. The already fragile ruins couldn't withstand the impact and began to collapse. Before the dust settled so as not to be noticed by the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, Ningirsu directed a subtle glance towards Lee. Noticing his glance, Lee nodded slightly and slipped from the battlefield. He'd signaled her intentions to infiltrate the base alone and rescue Ib. Lee flew feverishly before finally arriving at Ib. Ib breathed a sigh of relief when she saw Lee there, unharmed. But her relief was short-lived as she learned that the others were battling the Mech Knights. Perhaps maybe it was they who were wrong to battle the Mech Knights. To know the truth, she had to stop the battle immediately. As Ib uttered those words, Lee, who stood in front of her, now slowly turned around. Upon their first meeting, Lee had greeted Ib with the warm smile of a fairy. Uh-oh. But her smile had transformed, now blackened and hideous. Terrified, Ib sought to scream, but her consciousness was consumed by deep darkness before she could utter a noise. Oh boy. We got ourselves a plot twist here. But which archetype does it lead into? Looks like the Orcust. Aram and the others continued to battle. All of a sudden, an explosion occurred inside the facility. Immediately, Aram felt as if the world Chalice awakened again, though the feeling was now greatly intensified. Everyone on the battlefield stopped fighting, transfixed at that moment. Just then, a figure appeared. She was standing on the mountain of the debris before them. It was the visage of Ib, unmistakable from head to toe. But her face betrayed something sinister. Yeah, considering that's a treble clef on her, that's definitely the Orcust. Her eyes glowed mysteriously, and an evil aura emanated from her body. These signs suggested that the figure before them was not the Ib they knew. Her laughter was nothing like that of Ib. She now spoke to the confused group. I am Lee. This body is now mine. Sweet Ib was no longer here. The feminine resonance of her voice was now poisoned with a booming dissonance. Aram and the others glared at her with confusion and anger. Meeting their gaze, Nightmare Corruptor Ibli emitted a force field. Oh, never mind, it's the Nightmares. The force field now forcibly absorbed the power of the World Chalice within Aram and the others, and now it threatened to take their lives. However, it would be the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, whom they'd been fighting to the death just moments before, who would rescue them. Throwing itself at them, the power of Ibli was so great it caused the form of the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme to become unjoined. Separated into 7, the Mech Knights were severely damaged. Then Ibli, with a familiar hand, proceeded to extract the cores from each of the Mech Knights one by one. It was now clear there was great danger in Ibli possessing both the power of Ib as well as that of the ritual wand. Seeking to prevent this, the Mech Knight Blue Sky sought to transfer control of the wand to someone other than Ib. Showing considerable growth in battle, Aram was the one chosen as the wand's successor. Ibli's power created a shockwave that launched Aram to the edge of the cliff. The Mech Knight Blue Sky stretched out its arm to help him. Wordlessly, their gaze met. Aram sensed in his heart that the knight was trying to convey something, when a dazzling light shone suddenly. In the next moment, Aram, adorned in new armor, not of the world Chalice, and holding a sword in each hand, stood at the edge of the cliff, as Mech Knight Avram, successor to the Ritual Wand. Yep. In come these super damaging and just so bad nightmares. They were awful for the meta. Because they were the meta. Absolutely everyone used them. And they were just broken as hell. Once crowned by Ib, the ritual wand was passed down through generations in the village of the Forest of the Stars. There's gotta be a shorter way to say that. It was the key to the fate of the stars and held the power to unlock the world legacies. In a split-second decision, Aram had been chosen to succeed the wand, not by the wand's controller Ib, but by the Mech Knights. Then, the succession of the key was split into two, just like its pair sword was. Knowing Ib resting inside of her still possessed the key's power, Ibli set off to gain possession of the world lance before Aram could reach it. Aram chased after her, determined to stop her. However, in his path stood the Nightmare Beasts, born from the power contained in the cores that Ibli stole from the Mech Knights. Oh. It's all coming together. Aram, just having received his new powers, had to contend with the formidable strength of the 6 Nightmare Beasts. Now Ningirsu, who'd rushed to Aram's side along with Imduk, said to him, "We'll hold them back. You go ahead." His voice was quiet but resolute. Having lost the power of the world Chalice, Ningirsu knew he would be powerless to stop Ibli, even if he could catch her. Without waiting for Aram's reply, Ningirsu leaped out, facing the beasts, spear in hand. Though nearly powerless, Ningirsu still deftly handled his spear as if possessed. As the Nightmare Mermaid was crushed, the beasts all turned their heads toward the spear wielder in unison. He must have wanted to pursue his little sister more than anybody else. Aram took off to pursue Ibli and the World Lance with the determination of Ningirsu as the wind in his sails. Left alone, Ningirsu continued to fight by himself, his roars echoing throughout the battlefield. Oh god, will I even be able to do this? Because I'm willing to bet that the ban list is not respected here, and these nightmares are going to be at full power. Yep, the ban list is not respected. They may only have one copy of each of the 6, but if they make that line, I'm friggin' screwed and stuck. What? Oh. This card is normal summon. You can target a link monster in your graveyard. Special never. Let's see. No effect. Nightmare Mermaid. If this card is link summon, you can discard one card, special summon a nightmare monster from your deck. Then, if this card was co-linked when this effect is activated, you can draw a card. Monsters on the field lose 1,000 attack and defense unless they are co-linked. Wait, hold up. How does she come to my field? Sent to the graveyard, you special summon this card to your opponent's field in defense position. Okay. Here it goes. It starts all with the Phoenix. And discard one card, then target one spell trap your opponent controls. Destroy it. Then if this card was co-linked, you can draw a card. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Alright, there goes my defense. Well, I suppose I'll use a little bit of True Light, what I can use now. Set the ultimate creature of destruction. Really? I guess it's not being a super meta deck then. Right. True Light. Summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let's see now. Nope, still can't use that effect. I sure hope it stays in the graveyard. I think that should be all 3 copies. Special summon it so it points to this card, but changes its attack to 0 and negate its effects. I'll use True Light and add another spell trap of mine. Bingo machine. One, two. That's her third, all right. Unicorn. You can discard 1 card, then target 1 card on the field. Shuffle it into the deck. Then if this card was co-linked when this effect was activated, draw a card. While any co-linked nightmare monsters on the field, for your normal draw in your draw phase, draw a card for each different card name among those co-linked nightmare monsters instead of just drawing 1. She didn't use its effect, though, which I find odd. What are you doing? Oh, World Legacy Lance, that's right! No! Ha! Let's see how you like a little Raigeki. That's 2 of them gone, and one... Nope, 3 of them gone, and one of them was a Link 3. And guess who's back? Have a heap and helping of hurt! Oh, I forgot to use my bingo machine. Yes. I have a final idea just to get rid of that. But it may not work. Do, and do. Yep, just as I thought. Well then. Time for more pain. I kind of like this playmat. Oh, you got Mech Knight mixed in there as well, do you? Seems like you made the wrong choice. Please finish it. Yes! How is that easier than the other? Anyway, unlock.
Aram rushed to the base of the World Lance, but it was too late. By the time he arrived, Ibli had already finished activating the World Lance. With the newfound power of the World Lance, Ibli launched an aggressive assault on Aram. With such destructive force that each blow shook the earth, Aram faced the attacks alone. In the face of these attacks, Aram now lay wounded on the ground. Ibli moved to pick up Aram's discarded sword, now swinging it over and over as if to check its weight. Then, Ibli moved in closer to inflict the final blow on Aram. Aram couldn't move his upper body, let alone stand up. Just as Ibli raised the sword to strike, a small shadow emerged from Aram's cloak. The young dragon Imduk summoned his otherworldly power between the young boy and girl, determined to help his companions in their time of crisis with whatever he could muster. Go, baby dragon! That power suppressed the evil that dwelled in Ib, if only for a moment. By suppressing Lee's evil spirit, the spirit of Ib that had resided deep in the depths had now awakened. Aram laid on the ground powerless. Imduk was exhausted of his powers and unable to move. And Ib was now holding a sword in her hand. Realizing her situation, she made her decision. Only she could put an end to Lee's evil desires. Her hand that held the sword now tensed with strength. Lee realized Ib's intentions and tried to resist, but Ib's awakened spirit overcame her. She sees a flashback of her childhood friend desperately calling in her direction. The young girl drew short, rapid breaths, points the blade toward herself, and... When Ngursu arrived on the scene, he saw his childhood friend holding the limp body of his little sister in his arms, repeatedly calling her name. At the cruel end of this surreal scene, the older brother could do nothing but stand there, stunned and speechless. Final Fantasy VII, Aerith dies. Another one for cosmic mechanical entities. Well, that looks like all the story mode they have. Well, I guess everything else is mostly just challenges for me in this, which is a shame. I was kind of hoping there'd be more. But that kind of head pain is probably just best saved for my personal time, honestly. Let's see. Grab some things. Ew, I got a synchro deck. I can use synchro monsters, sure, and I have used them and sort of experimented with them, but I still believe fusion to be the superior extra deck archetype. Let's see, I got those free things for the secret pack, so might as well take, wait. I thought these were free, game! Well, in that case, I'm not spending anything. And that's the problem. In order to improve my decks, I gotta get more... I gotta get more cards, but I don't. Synchro of Unity. Delete! Growing Digital Bug. Delete. Nope. It really is. And again, I'm afraid, almost deathly so, of challenging random people because I feel like I will just get stomped because they'll be using some meta garbage that they've managed to either buy their way to or just got super focused on and spent them on absolutely nothing but their net deck. So it's like, I don't know, I don't have the bravery to get more coin cash from that. Yeah, it's not even buyable. Come on. I don't exactly have enough cards to break down either.
See survey, selection pack, and then... Yep, here it goes. Buy them myself. No. And then there's this thing. Which gives me... Which I do buy, but gives me points and things, but... I mean, I'm not other than the points, the points are fine for rewards. The gems don't look like it, and then I just get things like the nasty upstart goblin. El Shaddai Construct looks cool though, and then, of course, the infamous Pot of Greed, and what does it do? Old meme. I'll try one. I will try one. But I'm expecting to lose immediately. Lunar Spy? I mean, there is friend dueling, but I don't have anybody's friend code yet. Kind of hoping to find someone with a famous name on here, partly. Oh, yes, right, yeah. You know, another thing is that it's not exactly that I'm tired of my Blue Eyes deck, but I kind of just want to use something else. Oh, my deck. Where is my deck? How's my Blue Eyes deck not selected? Oh, there it is. This looks like a really fun way to get into dueling. You know, if you were waiting for someone for a friend, you could have just said so. Private room, none. Must already be engaged. You know what? Screw it. Ranked. Not my E-Hero one. I'll go second. Supposedly, a lot of people will sometimes just surrender depending on what gets thrown out in the first turn or so. Let's see. Not a great starting hand, but it could all be saved depending on what I draw next. Which is often why I like going second. This is the turn counter, right? Okay, good. Oh, whoa. Gaia Fusion? I could be in big trouble here. Is he just not very familiar with the how Gaia the Fierce Knight has become a fusion archetype, or is he just lagging? Considering I use Charter, who knows what it could be? You're no help at all. Nope. Summon Solid Dragon. And Solid Dragon will negate the effects of Curse. Or... actually, neither of them matters. I thought it was the one that could act as a fusion catalyst, but not. At the very least, I've done some damage. I should have taken a break before doing this. There he goes with his turtle. Nope, leave it. Dark Magician just looked at me. Alright, he's put that back out there. That's still weaker. What are you thinking there? What the? Book of Eclipse. Change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. During the end phase, change as many face-down defense position monsters your opponent controls as possible to face-up. Then your opponent draws cards equal to the number of monsters. You know what? That's fine. That means his monsters stay down and I get a free draw. Cannot activate cards or effects during the battle phase while Gaia the Dragon Champion is in the monster zone. Reveal a Gaia the Fierce Knight monster from his hand, add a level 5 dragon from his deck to his hand, and then vice versa. I should have used True Light there. Bingo machine, please kindly. Blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes. Animations seem to be turned off just to make these duels faster, I suppose. Whoop, Spiral Rebirth, Reborn. 7 or lower dragon special summoned it. Well, that's not going to do much of anything. But I can do this. And get myself a fresh Blue Eyes. Oh, never mind. That's right. Alternative doesn't get one. Regular does. Alright, still gets a Gaia spell or trap. Ah, Spiral Fusion. Very smart, very smart. But that's what happens. I think he's lost. Just set strength and unity just in case. Yep, time to hit him with over 9,000 attack points. Now, a Gaia Fusion deck can be really powerful if you play it right, but my guess is he was getting kind of crap draws. Or probably wasn't built very well. Ah. Not interested. Not bad. What's this about? Free pack vouchers? Okay. Apparently a bunch of missions completed as well. Many gems. Many gems. It could have been both. Rookie or unlucky. Because, like, this has, like, gotten a renewed interest in some new people from Yu-Gi-Oh! I know a friend personally who's thinking about doing this, but is kind of deterred about, like, not understanding many mechanics past Fusion. Like Synchro, XYZ, Pendulum, or Link. So it's definitely revived interest in dueling, since most of the time it was just, like, niche, simulators, like Ignis, that kept Yu-Gi-Oh! Alive for the most part. I mean, even the update they gave for Link, Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution wasn't really that great. And I'm not sure who plays that online, really. Since I don't think there's much incentive to play online. But this definitely seems to have it. And I think that'll be all for now. That's how it, and I see you in particular have given me a nice little gift. Well, peace be with you, and may the forces of the Shadow Realm and bad draws be confused on the way to your home. Bye.